get into, so do you think podcasts should be honored at something like the Golden Globes? And here's why I'm asking that, because the Golden Globes and the Oscars and the Grammys and all these things, it's like rewarding people, and I'm using major air quotes here, for their art. Here's
Yeah.
what I question. Is podcasting an art?
I think it's turned into the thing that we consider art. I don't think that it is art. I think it's turned into the commoditized entity that we call art.
Entertainment.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
I think
So
with
like it's
podcasts, there's artistic capabilities, the
right.
production, the editing, all that
It's
stuff.
it
That
it's
to
the
me
same.
is art,
Yeah,
but
it's the same. It has the same value as a pod. And not to besmirch the podcast that I'm on, but I think podcasts have the same value as like who's the guy who did Crossfire back in the day? Not one of those stupid
oh God,
people.
yeah, I don't, James something, right? The
No,
Cajun
no,
guy.
no. Crossfire was like the political back and forth. They'd put like
Yeah,
two people with two
James.
opposing views. Was it?
Yeah, he was in Old School.
What? Well, either way, it's
Doesn't
got the
matter.
same thing, right? It's like it's infotainment, right? Like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's
That's a great way of
not,
putting it. Yeah,
yeah. So that's basically what this is, right? Like it's not necessarily like you don't go to a podcast necessarily for truth
no,
unless it's like specifically like a made by NPR or PBS or somebody who's put together essentially like an audio essay, right? Like
a TED
you
Talk.
don't go, yeah, you go to it for people shooting the shit, like what we're doing right now. We're shooting the shit about a
Right.
thing. This is entertainment. This is infotainment where we're bringing stuff that we've seen or whatever. This is all hearsay. It's all hearsay. So like
Well,
the fact that it can be considered art is only because it's been built up to be valued at that same level, not necessarily because it is. It's like a fiat currency.
Well, I think the reason that it's been built up as art is that folks like Amy Poehler are doing it now.
Right, exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, you know,
it started as two fucking sad sacks in their fucking basements, like you and I, talking
yeah,
shit, like you said.
Tom Green just being trying to be funny on a new medium, you know what I mean? Like just using this new
Started
medium
it
for
all.
yeah. So
Started
like,
it all.
to say that
But
it's
was Tom
art,
Green really a podcast though? Like he put that more as like a TV broadcast, you know?
yeah, I'm saying it's like a just the medium of it, right? Like a guerrilla DIY broadcasting,
Absolutely.
I guess,
But
right?
only audio. Podcast started as only audio. There was
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
video, like, and that's the thing. It's become video. There's become a production value to it, which I think that's where the art comes in. Like, no one now says, I listened to a podcast. They say, I watched a
Yeah, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Versus 15 years ago, they would have said, I listened to a podcast.
Oh, dude, I mean,
And I want to say right now,
even
if you
even
just listen to a podcast and you don't have the video on, you're a straight up freak.
man, I
You're a
do that.
fucking Martian. Do you?
I do that, and that's what I was trying to get at. I was like,
But what kind of podcast is it though? Is it like Dan Carlin fucking telling you history, or is it, you know what I mean?
no, it's like it's it's the equivalent of trash TV for like leftist propaganda, dude.
Oh Jesus Christ! I don't even want to know.
You
All right.
don't. You don't. But it's more so for like I feel like those outlets are like for me at least it's the only place that I can get stuff that's like filtered through people that I don't necessarily align with, but like it's easier to understand through, right? Like if I listen to the news, it's been filtered through six different people who make
Oh yeah.
billions of dollars a year, right? Like if I
Right.
listen to these other people here, I know that it's probably going to be skewed in this way, but I understand the skew enough to where it's not necessarily like somebody directly paying that person to skew the view. It's because their own perceived biases.
It's their own independent inquiry too, which
Yeah, yeah.
helps. Yeah,
Yeah. So
absolutely.
and so anyway, either that or a lot of times it's just I'll put on like tech review videos of like guitar gear or
Oh
uh
Jesus Christ.
why
No, that's
what
fine. I know you're a gear. I know you're like a gear. I'm not. I'm not
yeah or
a
like
gearhead
you
or
know
like a gear nerd, but.
or if I want to learn about a new network attached storage device, a new NAS or
Oh my
a new
God,
DAS or
bro.
something like that. Like just something I'll just put it on and
That's your jam though. So I get that. No, that's cool.
yeah,
But
I like
are there videos for those things?
yeah, no, that's what I'm
Sometimes
saying. I have a premium account with YouTube so that I
because
can
of those.
so I can shut my screen off while I'm listening to them.
So you're listening, but there still is the video aspect of
Yeah,
it.
there's a
Okay.
video there if
Yeah,
need
yeah,
be.
yeah.
If I'm listening to like a tech review and they're like, "Oh, and now you can put the butter knife in the thing and do this or whatever,"
Yeah.
and I'll show you right now, and then I'll pull up my phone, look at it real quick, and then I'll put it back whenever I'm not looking at the thing and they're talking about the specs or whatever. But yeah, either that or a video, just video essays in general. I love like her name's Lindsay Sterling. I think it's no, not Lindsay Sterling. Is it? I'll find out real quick. But she does. No, that's the freaking violinist. Lindsay Ellis, I think.
Okay. What does
Right?
she do?
Yeah, Lindsay Ellis. She's just a writer. I think she does nonfiction. I'm sorry, she
Okay.
does fiction. She does like fiction, like dystopian fiction stuff, but also does incredible video essays on like musicals and Disney movies and
Okay.
all kinds of stuff, like just comparing and contrasting the reasoning for the making of it. And like she has an excellent video on the musical Rent. I really want to find the Rent video. I want to know what it's called because it was look pretty and do as little as possible, a video essay.
So this is
Rent.
a
And
breakdown of Rent.
it's a well, it's not a breakdown necessarily. It goes through like, the history. I don't know if you're familiar with Jonathan Lawson or yeah, John Lawson, whatever his guy's name is. Guy who made Rent died like the day before it came out, before it actually went to Broadway,
Okay.
and he died of like a heart condition or whatever, and like his the way that Rent turned into like this big phenomenon, but also like the reasoning behind Rent was to like show people what's going on with AIDS and how it was attributing to awful things happening in the late 80s and early 90s and whatever,
Okay.
and the fact it was a rock opera or whatever thing going
Right.
on, and there's just so many layers to just the interpretation of what and why the Rent was and is. It's just really, really great writing in general, just as a general essay. I could, if I, the thesis is look pretty and do as little as possible. It's kind of a
So you're
dig at the,
listening to the written version of that essay.
yeah, I mean,
So it's like an audio book, but it's an essay,
yeah,
essentially.
it is a video essay. They show clips
Oh,
and
okay.
it's on
Okay. Okay.
YouTube or whatever.
Oh, that's
I think
cool,
she's
man. So
yeah,
it's like, yeah, yeah.
but I just
I
keep
get
it
it.
as, but it just keeps this audio. It's super enthralling and like I put it on in the background while I'm working sometimes, or really that's what's going on whenever I'm working. Shout out to Room Ready. I don't work. I just listen to videos. Tell my boss. No,
HR is going to be calling soon.
it's fine. They'll be fine. And like that's I consider that more of an art than I do a podcast
Well, because
because
she wrote it.
exactly
Yeah, yeah, of
there's
course.
like original
Well, yeah,
material for it, there's
yeah, yeah,
scripting written for it, there's a thesis to it. You know what I mean? There's an
absolutely. Well,
actual
but
like
we're talking about two different things.
I know, but
Yeah,
like
but I
I'm
get
trying to
it.
give you
I
that
get the
comparison, right?
distinction. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you can
Um
listen to it as a podcast.
yeah, I could. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean
absolutely.
it
Yeah,
is that's the thing. It's like everything's available on YouTube or even
right.
on the podcast app. I think you can have video on there now, or Spotify podcast has video now and all that. So like, everybody wants the video because, hot people do podcasts and everybody wants to see the Paul brothers balls while they're talking about whatever grifty super drink they have coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't consider it an art. I think it's just a fun thing to do. The fact that you can do it without practicing anything and just start a podcast. If you have $100, you can start a podcast and you don't have to prep anything. You can just do it, and it could just be really bad. I mean,
Well,
and it could actually be really popular. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that with music. Like you couldn't just like, oh, I'm gonna go buy a saxophone tomorrow. I'm gonna hack on it, record something, and maybe it'll be really popular. Because it won't. It's just gonna be garbage,
you played
right?
sax.
No, I played trumpet. I
That's
still
right.
play
That's right.
trumpet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was why
Um,
you used that example, but
no, no, no. I
still
mean,
close enough. Still
didn't
close
want
enough.
to. Yeah, I didn't want to say trumpet because then it would relate to me.
Well, I
Um,
agree with you, but the modern day and age of what podcasting is, there's this production value to it now, and I do consider that an art. But again, who's providing that artistic aspect of it? Amy Poehler's
th-
not. Her production
yeah,
crew is, or whatever. However, I think she has a producer. Like that aspect of it, the video and the cutting of the video and the cutting of the clips and then this and that, absolutely, that's an art that you have to learn and you have to perfect. And which goes to my Netflix
what?
is doing podcasts now. Like Pete Davidson has a podcast, and I saw the
Wait,
clips from.
what? Netflix
Yeah,
is doing
Netflix is doing
podcasts?
podcasts now, and Pete Davidson, but it's not a podcast. It's a video show. It's a show. He had MGK on, and I saw clips of it. I'm like, this isn't a podcast. This is a
This is
video
daytime
show.
television. This is daytime television.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a show. It's not a podcast. You
yeah,
know, in the traditional sense.
yeah.
Do they release the audio of that? Sure, but like, no, that's
Here's the problem I have with calling it with them doing just podcasts. Do they have different categories, like subcategories of podcasts within this too, or is
no.
it
It was
just
just
best,
it was so it was Amy
just
Poehler, Dax
best podcast?
Shepard, the Smartless podcast, the Caller Daddy podcast. But like,
Okay.
if you look at who the nominees were, and we'll get into the Joe Rogan clip, which will bring much more context to this. But if you look at who the nominees were, it's like, well, no, these are entertainment shows,
Right. Right. So
not
that's what I'm getting at.
podcast at the
Yeah,
core,
that's what
right?
I'm getting at here is that you would need different, subcategories per the category of
And there probably
podcasts, right?
eventually will be,
It's
yeah.
just like best daytime television show or
Best
best
comedy
drama, best
podcast,
comedy, or
best
yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Best
yeah,
news podcast, best whatever. I
right.
mean, I don't know. I don't even know
Which
if the
how far
Golden
do you
Globe,
go?
yeah,
I think that's kind of the point. I remember hearing about this long before I saw the Joe Rogan clip, and there were a lot of podcasters talking about it, and they were all kind of like, "Great, yeah, fine." Um, Here's the thing:
yeah,
it's not an art. We
it's
do this
not.
because we talk shit and we have fun with it. But then I go, yeah, you have shit and talk, but do you release a video? Does someone cut a? So again, maybe not from the podcasters, the talking person, that perspective. That might not be an art, but there's also a performative aspect to it. So you got to take that into account too. Like especially with like Amy Poehler and even Joe Rogan. Like I get it. Like I'm just a guy. I have people in the room and I talk to them and we talk shit and I ask questions and they enlighten me on certain things, but there's a performative aspect to how he reacts to some of these
Yeah,
things.
it's like an
You know what
interview
I
style, right?
mean? Yeah, but
It is. I mean, it's
I
interview
don't
style.
know.
It's an
Did
interview.
Edward R. Murrow react differently to people he was interviewing? And I don't know if you I don't know, I went way back, but I have his
Uh,
book, and this goes back to my schooling here. But like,
God
so like,
damn, how old are you, bro?
no, I'm not old.
Dude died
he
in 1965.
he did. But I took many broadcasting classes and many media classes, and he
I
was a
see.
staple of like the the classic interviewer. He didn't react differently based on what the interview was. He was a
Yeah,
classic interviewer, kind of like a Walter Cronkite. He was like, I'm going to ask you the questions. You're going to give me the answers. I'm going to ask the next question. And I'm going to, like, Joe Rogan doesn't do that. He
right.
reacts like it's a comedy
Yeah.
interview type
Yeah, well, it's
podcast or
almost
whatever.
it's
But
it's it's almost debate, right? Like it's almost debate in the way that you have to kind of pre-think out what you would do, choose your own adventure style of like, if this, then that, like kind of the programming of that.
yeah,
Um, I don't
let
know.
me ask you this.
Maybe it's an art. I don't see it as
Well,
one. I
that
don't see it
doesn't
as
matter.
one.
I mean, well, I only ask that because I've often thought about that because I'm a media I'm a student of the media. I have 2 degrees in media, which have led me to a different fucking profession altogether.
Same.
But like, when I think about media and I think about all that I learned, I think about all that I did in the process of me spending way too much for my education. I ask myself, was what I learned an art? Was it an art form or was it a discipline? Right.
Mm.
And that's
Or
what I
trade.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a better word to use. Yeah, exactly. And I oftentimes find myself going, man, uh, blurred lines. I have no fucking idea. It's probably
Yeah.
why I overpaid for my education and I
Well, we
ended
ought to
up in a
get
different
hold on.
field
We ought to
altogether.
get
But like,
we ought to get a professor in here and figure out what art is. You know what I mean?
we
Like,
should.
what constitutes art? I mean, that would be such a great conversation.
Yeah.
I
But
should
what kind of
probably,
professor though?
well, a professor of the arts, of course.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe we should
No,
get.
that's
They're gonna.
well. We
They would
hold on.
argue.
I got the best podcast ever here, Patrick. We can grab a
Okay,
professor of the arts and a professor of not the arts and have
please,
them duke it
let's
out
do it.
and
Let's
debate
do
on
it.
what art
Yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah, 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 yeah.
We'll
That's what I
call it
want.
crossfire.
That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah,
Oh
yeah. Because
man.
you know, the media discipline that I was taught, you know, my biggest takeaway, which I think is so important today, from all that I learned and all that shit, and the many years that I spent, and the many thousands of dollars that I spent, is being media literate, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is so important. And I think like media literacy should be taught in elementary schools.
Yeah.
And
Well, it needs to be now.
it has to be.
With how it is, it needs to be.
It has to
Yeah.
be. And what I took from that is from all that I learned is like when I started getting into podcasts and entertainment shows and things like that, it's like who's asking the questions, who's answering, and what is the filter in between. And if there's no filter in between, you have to become the filter.
Right.
You have to start questioning, what am I actually listening to? What information am I being given? Whereas today, as you can see, we have social media. People are being fed information nonstop, 24/7, every second of their lives, and they don't have that. They don't put themselves as that filter. They're not media literate, right? And that's why I'm saying it needs to be taught at a very young age.
Yeah. And at a very old age.
Very true. Very true. Well, the boomers are never going to get it.
No, it's too late. That's okay
It's
though.
too late. It's too late for
We
them.
love them.
Like I said,
We
they're
love
going to
them.
fucking make fun of their kids for not having as expensive of a house as they have. They're going to
Right.
call, hey, check your
Look,
mortgage. Like they're going to fucking shame them for having a fucking $700,000 house versus a fucking $1.5 million house.
before we clip
Mine's
off
by
to
a lake. Where's yours? You know,
before we clip off to Joseph Robinette Rogan, let me interject with something that I've been really thinking about lately when it
please.
comes to technology and this is really just a fun anecdote. I was in college with a great friend of mine named Ben Cosberg. Goes by Cos,
Okay.
and he's the big bear of a human, absolute lovable guy. And we were having a really good night, just hanging out, drinking a beer, and we were just talking about technology and stuff. This was, geez, almost 15 years ago,
Okay.
right? So we barely were scratching the surface of Twitter at this point.
Okay.
And like we were just discussing like, oh man, social media is kind of wild. Like, I was playing in bands and stuff and playing music, and I was like, oh, we're gonna use it for this and that,
Weren't
or
we all?
we're gonna be so famous, we're gonna pay for some bots and get them to all like the music, then everybody else is gonna like the music because they can see everybody else likes the music. And he was like, I was thinking of the fact that my parents and our parents, they don't get it. They're just or grandparents are just completely rejecting the idea of a cell phone or a laptop or an iPad or anything like that. They don't care. They don't want it. They just say, "No, we're good." And he said, I was thinking, whenever we get to their age, what is going to be the thing how advanced is this thing going to be that we decide to reject it?
Yeah,
And when is that going to happen? Because it will eventually. But what's going to be that thing that we reject? And I've been thinking about it a lot lately, just because of like AI and you know TikTok and Instagram and everything. It's just like so much in your face. It's like, dude, I feel like it's time to reject it all. I feel like it's already time. It's only been I'm 36 years old. It's it's not,
yeah,
it didn't take as nearly as long as I thought to finally find something like, I don't want to use AI in every single interaction I have with a device. I
yeah,
don't. Sometimes I just want to turn the thing on, use it for its intended purpose, and turn it back off. You know, eventually there's gonna be fucking AI toasters before you know it. I don't want that. I want the old school Black and Decker. You push the thing down,
why would
it
you need an
burns.
AI toaster?
You don't, but it's a path of revenue for these people that are making AI, the backbone of the fucking U.S. economy. So you have to put AI in as much shit as possible
So
so that
you're
it looks
saying
like you're
we're
getting
too
money out of
stupid
it.
to go?
I'm not saying we're too stupid to, but they're going to use cameras and AI. I don't know.
I know. I'm just
I'm just making a point.
I
But
know.
if it makes it look like the balance sheet is correct, they will put cameras inside of a toaster just so that they can say, yes, we used AI that used all this comparative analysis on the color of the toast to make sure that it's exactly the toastedness that you wanted whenever you put that finger on the button to say, I want toast. They've already got
Yeah,
touchscreen toasters. It's a thing. It's a thing. They got everything. They got everything's computer. They got it all. Um, and
you're freaking me
I,
out. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
so what I'm saying is, it's gonna that I think either AI or just like something, it's gonna come to a head where it all just gets rejected. It all just gets rejected. We want authenticity. We want real. We want in person. I feel like this is gonna be a huge revolution, and people have been, kind of pontificating on this, and you know, uh, uh, you know, trying to use clairvoyance to figure out when that would happen. But I strongly believe that that will be the case here in the next 5 6 years. I
I
think we're
disagree.
not this. You disagree?
I think
I'm not
long
saying
after you and I are gone.
it's gonna
Yeah,
come way
the way
sooner.
things are going, yeah, I think so.
Let's talk about Joe Brogan and
Please.
how he felt about it. So the clip that you're probably going to talk about, or is it just like a short that he has up?
No, it's a clip of him and Bert Kreischer talking about the Golden Globes and
Yeah,
being nominated for that. Yeah. Which again, I was kind of curious about this. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, I want to hear him talk about this because, the podcast Golden Globes category alone was a lot of talk around the internet. And, I wanted to know, like, what, this is the podcast king. You say what you want about Joe Rogan.
no, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
revolutionized podcasting. You can say there were originators, you can say there were people that came before him, but guess what? He's the king. You can't
yeah.
deny that. So here's him explaining why he wasn't nominated for a Golden Globe, which it's fascinating
Yeah.
to me.
Is that what's happening? I mean, I'm a little obsessed lately, you know, at like the money behind podcasting and podcasting kind of changing. Like podcasting has gotten a little more corporate, where I feel. I don't know
Yeah?
if you see it.
In what way?
Well, it's like I mean, I looked at the Golden Globes and who was nominated, and those were all. I mean, I think they're all, corporate podcasts.
Yeah, let me help with that. So here's the thing: like a lot of people say, "Why wasn't Joe Rogan nominated for the Golden Globes?" And like, why did Amy Poehler win? I didn't submit. So they asked me to submit to be nominated for the Golden Globes, and you had to pay $500. And the $500 is like for paperwork or whatever. I said, no. I go, I don't care. I already won. Like, you can't tell me I didn't win. I've been number one for 6 years in a row.
Wait,
All of a
do you
sudden,
mean-
you're going to have a contest in front of all these people wearing tuxedos, and you're going to say, now I'm not number one? Like, fuck off.
Okay, so he starts by saying that, which he's not lying. It's the number one
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, he is.
But
I mean, there's no denying it, but
But the problem with that I have with how he's starting this is, well, we'll get into it. But so he's number one. Okay. But then he gets into his next point, and he kind of contradicts everything. Well, here we go.
You
Yeah.
can't, like, I don't care that I'm number one, but I am in fact number one. So if all of a sudden you have a contest to decide who's really number one
Yeah.
amongst us, like, that's amongst you. You're allowed to have your opinion. You like Amy Poehler better than me? That's great.
Oh, that's
I don't
so
care.
fucking funny, Joe. Do you know how many people have been like ride or die for you? Like the fact that Joe
Bert Kreischer's such a dick diver, by the way.
I fucking
Rogan
hate
didn't
that
win.
guy.
The
God,
fact
he's
that,
such a dick
and I've heard
rider.
that so much that it's so funny you just didn't submit.
Yeah, they asked me to. Yeah, I was like one of like 6 candidates. They took the top
was more than
people.
6, but-
They basically just took the top people of the charts, but which, it's fine.
First of all, Amy Poehler's podcast is pretty good.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good.
I'm sure it's good. It won.
Seen it.
And
Yeah,
I'm sure someone must love it.
It's
If
really
it
good.
sucked, they would give it to someone
Yeah.
else, right?
Dax is really good. Like
Yeah.
there's some great
I don't
podcasts
know
out
who
there.
was even nominated. I don't even know who was in. I just know that Amy Poehler won, and a lot of people are upset. Like, she's had a podcast for 6 months and she won. Great, you gave it to a famous person. Which, in that world, that's what they do. They give it to a person that like is gonna look. You give it to Amy Poehler amongst their circles. It's not gonna have any criticism. Look, there's a lot of really good fucking podcasts.
There's some great
I
ones.
don't know if amongst her group, if I listened to all of them, I would decide that hers is number one. But I just know that I didn't submit. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't care. You're just a group of people that just decide all of a sudden that you're going to give an award out. You got a trophy? Fuck off.
Dude.
We could probably stop it there. But I want to
Hold
point
on,
out
hold
later.
on. Can we go back and look at Joe Rogan's wharf ass forehead?
His forehead's abominable. Yeah.
Oh
Does that
God!
give you joy?
It looks like it got fucking plowed by MoDOT, dude. Oh, like bro, dude, you put on the ears. He looks like Worf. Please pull up a picture. Just like Google WORF. Just
I
Google.
don't even know what that is. What is that?
You'll just put up a new tab. Worf.
Oh, from fucking Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so burnt out. I used to love listening to Joe Rogan. I listen to Joe
Yeah,
Rogan.
me too. I mean, I still
so
do
much.
if he has someone
Yeah.
of interest. But yeah.
I just
Can't
the people.
take the vaccine talk and the fucking COVID
Yeah.
talk and all
Yeah.
this shit. It's like, dude, stop talking about it already, man.
Right.
And he professes to be like, yeah, I had scientists on and they defied COVID. No, they didn't. You had first
Yeah.
of all, you had 3.
Yeah.
Oh, so the 3 that you had on are more knowledgeable than the fucking millions across the globe that were fucking studying it, you fucking twat. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Stop talking about it.
When you start getting into the like, when you start, you know, when you stop taking responsibility for the fact that you have such a large fan base, but also, tout that you are correct in these matters, it's a problem. It's a problem.
It's a big problem.
I yeah, I don't know. I have look, I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I graduated college and I still don't feel like I'm a smart person. I would never tell anybody what to do with their bodies or how to deal with any kind of illness because I am not fucking qualified to do any of that. I can speak on my own experience.
But what
I
if you
can
talk
speak-
to 3 doctors?
Oh man,
would you then?
I mean, give me the coat. Give me the coat and the
But in a
stethoscope.
controlled environment like a
Yeah.
podcast, like the JRE,
Yeah.
would you then tell people what to do? And
I
then
don't
talk
know.
about it for 4 years after?
I can talk about the things that I know, and I know them, and I still, with the caveat of these are my opinions, and I'm never gonna tell somebody. I don't know. I would never like say like you have to do this or you should do this or make episodes or be on podcasts that are gonna skew somebody's opinion of something so serious as their own personal health or the health of the nation whenever you have such a large audience.
Right.
It's just silly. It's silly. I mean, look, I think it all creeps up from the fact that he did so much on these conspiracy theories, right? Like you talk about Loch Ness monster, Bigfoot, whatever,
JFK,
flat Earth,
moon
JFK,
landing.
stuff like that. And it's that stuff has almost turned into like the mythical to where you can like kind of put the what ifs in somebody's head, right? But when you're starting to talk about shit that is happening right now that has real consequences, that's so much different. It's so
Yeah,
much
he
different.
conflated those things, and he would have people talk about those things who would just say things out loud as if they were fact, and there was no fact checking going on. He
Right.
conflated those things with vaccines, COVID, people getting the COVID vaccine, people getting COVID,
Hmm.
right? It's not the same thing. The moon
Yeah.
landing and COVID are not the same fucking thing.
Right. Even the
Like,
moon landing pisses me off. It's like the stuff that is provable, like it just
well,
makes me it's just it is. It's provable. It's 100% provable. Like like anyway,
we get into the moon landing, my head's gonna explode. So, but
that's
you
fine.
know, but I'm with you. But so back to what he said. I think he's a big pussy. I don't think he wanted to be there. I think he didn't want to submit because he didn't want to lose, which is
Yeah.
fine. Which is
Well,
fine.
because I mean, there's been
Like you
there's
said, he's
been
number one. Great. The charts
there's
show
been
that they show
yeah,
it. That's fine. But stop it.
there's been weeks
You didn't
this
want to
last year
submit
where
because you didn't want to lose to Amy Poehler. Stop
yep.
it, dude.
There's been
Because it
there's
was
been
very well
time
possible you would have.
right.
So
There's been time I'm
I
sorry,
appreciate the punk rock aspect of like, fuck them, I'm number one. People can see it. I do what I want,
but
and
own that.
I love all that. I love all that. But don't go. Yeah, they charge. First of all, what's $500 to a billionaire?
Right.
Close to a billionaire. So don't.
Is he a billionaire?
Well, he's got to be. He's doing fine. But I'm saying
Yeah.
five
Yeah,
hundred
yeah, yeah, yeah.
bucks
Right.
is like a penny to you and I.
Right.
To him.
He probably
You
spent
know
that
what I
on the
mean?
steak that he ate for breakfast.
Yeah, yeah. Stop it. So
Uh
I get that, and but he's always been a guy who's kind of been like, I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be a part of the entertain. Like he's tried to disassociate himself from celebrity. Guess what, bub? You are, and also you have them on your show. So for you to do a disservice to the podcast community and be like, you no, I don't need to submit because I'm above that. Well, then don't have Rob Lowe on your show. Don't have fucking who do you just have on? Bradley Cooper on your show. Because you know who goes to those events? The very people that you're having on your show. So what are we talking about? You mean three-time Academy Award nominee Bradley Cooper? You're not going to have him on your show anymore, then, right? So you're only going to talk to your punk rock friends who agree with your fucking like. No, dude, you're not. Stop it. So that's what bothered me about that. It's like, dude, just fucking submit. And if you lose, you lose. He doesn't want that.
yeah.
But if he does lose, well, let me ask you this. Let's say he does submit. He
I think
goes
it's
there, he gets dressed up in a fucking suit, and he loses to Amy Poehler. I would argue, I would argue that would help his podcast because you have so much material after that
yeah.
to discuss with every guest for a while. Am
Yeah,
I
I guess
wrong
he could.
about that?
No, I don't think you're wrong, but it's never really been Joe Rogan style. That's more of like what a Twitch streamer would do, right? Like it's more like that's drama farming, like that's straight up like just creating controversy for the show itself, which I don't feel like he needs.
I don't think it
I
has to
think
be
him.
controversy. You go, all right, cool. I'm the number one podcast. Let me see how I stack up against these industry darlings, right?
Mhm.
As he so puts it, without saying it, and then see what happens.
Here's the
And I
deal.
think if you take that honest approach, I can only imagine, dude, could you imagine if he had showed, like if he had been there in the crowd, they give that award away to Amy Poehler and he's in the crowd and he just goes, so much to talk about.
I feel like he loses regardless if he does that though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because if he wins, it's like, yeah, okay. Like there's not like a, you know what I
Well,
mean?
my
Like
hypothetical is only if he loses though.
it's the I saw a clip the other day of who is it? Ken James and somebody whoever does Jeopardy now. He's the host of Jeopardy now. The guy who won a bunch of
Yeah, yeah,
times
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. He's like
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fucking great at somebody in the audience asked him when they were doing like a Q&A thing. Somebody asked him like, "So do you ever do like bar trivia with your friends or anything like and just absolutely crush?" He goes, "No, I don't really do that." He's like, basically anytime I would ever do that, it like I lose regardless because if I win, then everybody's like, yeah, of course that guy won. But if I lose, then it's like kind of awkward because it's like, oh man, you couldn't even do, bar trivia. How did you do Jeopardy?
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's the same kind of double-edged sword for Joe Rogan in this matter, where if he won, yeah, it's fine, but it's like, okay, yeah, everybody, no, like I think his appeal has dropped so much in the last few years that it's like this is not the thing to help him. This is not the lens that his viewers see him in, and he's not going to gain more viewers by doing that and getting that award because the people that are watching the Golden Globes don't give a fuck about Joe Rogan. The fact that they have a, a the fact that they have an actual category for podcasts is for those podcasts that already have corporations behind them, like what
Correct.
Bert
Yeah.
Kirshner was saying. Um,
Like Spotify.
right, exactly. Spotify or like there's all kinds of those.
Well, who's the king of
Mute,
Spotify?
what's that?
Who's the king of Spotify?
Who? Joe Rogan, I
Yeah.
guess. You still have that deal? I don't know. I don't. I like.
He doesn't anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he left, right? But
I
either
have no
way.
idea. Um, So all I was getting is I think he loses regardless if he makes that play. It's very much like he's either going to look like he bought himself a star of fame or he can't hack it anymore. So like it's a lose lose. It's a lose lose.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like that podcast anymore. I would listen to it if it was like if the person was like appealing enough for me to listen to. But it's like any of those people that are going to be on there have done other podcasts that I'd much rather listen to because they get into like way better topics. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't give a shit about bow hunting. I don't give a shit about fucking kickboxing or what MMA. I don't you know
Right.
what I mean? I'm not into the sports analysis of Joe Rogan, so I don't care. Joe Rogan's comedy has never really been good. It was good when I was like 15 and like I thought, you know, cum jokes were funny. You know what I mean? Like, and cum jokes are still funny, but it's just like coming out of a guy who's bald and over 50. They're not that funny anymore. Like, it's just poop and fart jokes just don't work for me anymore.
Right.
For guys like that. So, like, just the entire appeal of Joe Rogan has just really drained out of
I get it.
my body in the last probably 10 years. And it started before for me it started before COVID. It started before COVID because just like so many things where I'm just like, dude, you're arguing with, Neil deGrasse Tyson about the earth. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what do you know?
Yeah. But t- yeah, I get that. I get that. I felt like when he was doing that though, he was coming just from a general sense of like questioning things versus after COVID, it's like I know things now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
And that's a
and
big
that's
problem.
only strengthened my hate for that podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it, but
And I like
I
questioning
strongly
things. I
dislike
like
it.
whether you're wrong or not, and it's an area that you have no knowledge of. It's cool to like if you're in a conversation with someone, which like that's genuinely what that podcast was for so long. It was like a conversation, and but that's the thing. It's like he's not an intellectual, so he would go explain that, or what do you mean by that? Because I heard this, or I heard that. Like it was a fun conversation to listen to because the other person would then have a platform to go, well, here's what I mean. and here's why you're wrong or whatever. But it's turned into, no, I talked to 3 people about it, so case closed,
Right.
right? And yeah, so I get it. Well, let's
Yeah.
talk about music.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Anyway,
I was so excited to talk to you about this because I don't know that you and I have ever had a conversation about the band Papa Roach. How do you feel about them?
uh I don't hate Papa Roach.
You're kind of just one of those like they're Papa Roach. They got song after
Yeah.
song and they do their
I
thing.
think I think they're the Nickelback that never got hated.
Ooh, I love that. I love
You
that.
know?
I
I'm
love that.
serious. I mean, the songs are good.
But
Um,
Last
the
Resort has
lead the
probably
the lead singer
made
is
that
incredibly
possible for
hateable
them.
by looks, but then if you ever
Yeah,
meet him, he's an incredibly nice guy.
he's
You
so
know?
awesome.
Yeah,
He's
it's
such
like
a cool guy.
I've only met him one time. It was at the last Point Fest that I played, and I met him very briefly. I was like, "Hi, I'm Al," and he was like, "Hey," that was it.
He basically ran me over with a skateboard, and he was sober at the time. And he got up. He's like, "Bro," I'm like, "Ah, it's cool, man." He's like, "No, no, no, man. I fucking totally ate shit." And I'm like, "I know, on my leg. I get it." In my head, I'm like, "I know," and I'm like, "Ah, fucking Jacoby." But he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." Started talking to me. He was very nice. I wonder what that would have been like if he had not been sober. Might have been a messy thing. But
Yeah.
so anyway, I ask you that because they put out a new song, and I'm one of these guys. Like I like Papa Roach a lot. I think they got really great songs from really great albums, and I think they're of our generation, especially mine, because I'm a little bit older than you, like this quintessential band of my generation of like put out that big hit, that big generational song, and
Hmm.
just built, built, and they're able to just like exist. Which I
Yeah.
think, like, if you're a band, what's better than that? Just exist and do your thing and make a living off of it and just be you, right?
Yeah.
And they've consistently throughout, like, especially with like hard, like rock and like heavy music, evolve with the times and change their sound. Just tweak a little bit, put out a song. People are like, oh, yeah, this works. Like, but they put out a song recently, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it, man. I like it a lot, and I think it kind of goes back to, for me anyway, with Papa Roach, like the Scars era of Papa Roach, where they're kind of like digging in a little bit
Hmm.
to that those emotions and that feeling that song had, and like that time period of Papa Roach. Because like Scars came out, he had just gotten sober, and you know, Scars wasn't the first single on that album. It was Getting Away with Murder.
Mm.
And I remember hearing that on the radio going, God damn, that's Papa Roach. And I'm going, I don't know how this is going to do. We'll wait and see how the album comes out. And then Scars gets released and like revives their career. Like now they're superstars again. But let me know what you think about this. I'm
All right.
super curious because you, of all people, will not lie. So
No, I won't lie.
no,
That's the truth.
yeah.
That's the
That's
truth.
why I want to play for you. But I'll throw it out there. I've listened to this a couple of times now. It's gotten better with each time I listen to it, mainly because of the vocals and the vocal lines and just how it's presented vocally. I really, really
Okay.
dig being a
Is,
vocalist. So
is it is it a full video?
it's not. They didn't release a video for this yet.
Oh,
But I'll give you a.
that's really odd for
Yeah, I
2026,
know,
man.
man. I was super shocked. I was like, it's been a couple of days. There's got to be a video, right? Nope. So we got to do a lyric video. Sorry, bro.
That's all right.
Here we go.
Can't shake these chains. It's driving me crazy. Circle the drain. It's the way that God made me. I made mistakes. I've got no brakes. Maybe that's why I got you. I'm back here again, just like an old friend. Start where we left off in oblivion. It's needles and pins, and I'm caving in, but you're my medicine. I need you tonight to bring me back to life. You're my word, you're calling. Running out of time, staring at the signs. Will you break my falling? You take the burn, you take the blame. I'll be the reason we go up in flames. I need you tonight. You're my wake-up calling.
Thoughts?
I don't want to be mean
Be mean.
by saying this. No. I don't hate the song. Let me preface that. It's giving very Christian contemporary music. Like it really is. Like honestly, like you could change up the lyrics just a little bit, and this is a fucking worship song, dude.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they were going for, bro.
I mean, maybe it is, and that's fine. Like it's
Big
a
money behind
little
that.
it's a little vanilla for 2026 for a band who's been around for so long.
I agree.
But
No. I totally get that.
yeah, I
When I
would
hear that, I go,
I would
"Oh
just
yeah, that's
expect more. Put more into the production. Like maybe add an instrument that you've never added in before, or um, you know, I don't know. This song would have been great to have to make a duet, have a female lead go on second
yeah,
verse or something. You know what I mean? Like or something along those lines. It's just I can tell you exactly how the song ends. I know what the without hearing the bridge and the chorus out, I already know what it is. You know what I mean? Or I have an
yeah,
idea. I have a very good idea of it. So it's good. It isn't different. It isn't as different as even Scars, I would think. Because like Scars had that like happy song, but has
yeah, yeah,
the darker undertones on the lyrics, right? Tear my heart open. Like that's is that's the lyric, right?
yeah, yeah,
Scars remind us that the pain is, the past is real. Um, Whatever. It's just like the framing of it is all very happy-go-lucky, not happy-go-lucky, but very euphoric, but also has this like darkness within it, right? Like it just gives it room for the verses to be dark. And
yeah,
this song does not do that. It doesn't give me that contrast. And Last Resort is like, you know, this is my last resort.
no,
Don't
yeah, I get
don't
that.
give a fuck if I die bleeding. Whatever. Like Edge, there's like something there. There's angst. Now it's like, yeah, dude, you guys are old. Like, what do you have? Give me what you're feeling. Like,
This,
I guess. Like, I mean, this is mom rock. This is mom rock.
yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
what I
Like,
wanted you to say. That was
this
my whole
would
point.
this would have this would have
That's why I picked this. That's why I wanted you to get. I win.
this
Wanted
could
you
have
to
been a
say,
this
"Mama."
my thing is this could have been a Daughtry song. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's debatable, but
no, it's
I
not.
don't
Not
know how
one
I feel
bit,
about
dude.
that.
Are you kidding me?
There's a part in that song that I really love.
Dude, this
The
is what AI should be used for, is to settle arguments like this. Put that shit through a fucking AI filter and say, make fucking Daughtry sing this, and you would
That's
never
not going to
know.
settle the argument. That actually
Yes,
makes
it
it
would.
worse. That no AI
No,
will make it worse.
no.
No, I get everything you're saying. To me when I heard this, I go, yeah, that's Papa Roach. But there are things that happen in this song that I really like. That's it. Da, 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 da. Like I was like, when I heard that, I was like, I would sing it this way, I would sing it that way, and I loved the way he did it. Like I
It's
would
good
just kind
top
of like,
line.
you know what I mean? Like it was.
Yeah.
I'm hearing things like that. I'm going, oh yeah, fuck yeah, this is good. That's cool. I don't think it's a masterpiece by any means. It's definitely not one of their best songs, but I go,
You know who this reminds me of more would be like a Sick Puppies. I think it's
uh,
the
yeah,
chorus, at
okay,
least the chorus very much is giving like the fact that they did like an AABA in the chorus, right? Ba 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 something something something.
Da, 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 da,
Yeah,
da.
so they
Yeah.
did the two, it's AABA. So they do the break up, and then you do it again, break up, and then you do the ba da 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 whatever, and then ba da da da. That's AABA. That's the
Yep.
standard, song formatting thing. And I think that's cool. And Sick Puppies do that a lot if you pay attention. I need to come up with a list. And now that I'm thinking of Sick Puppies, this is why I need medication for ADHD. Is that I just go fucking can of worms, baby. They're in my brain. I want to put together a list of what thing I want to track on is that the production of it is really good, the top line is really good, and the production is obviously excellent. And Jacoby sounds awesome.
Sounds great.
Uh,
Sounds fucking
I
great.
I would not sound like that if I sing on a record, right? Especially not right now when
Well,
I'm not feeling well.
how old is he? Fucking
Right,
pushing 50,
exactly.
right? You know?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
voice still sounds strong. It sounds good.
But he's gotten
Um,
better. That's the
and
crazy thing.
yeah, and I don't
And I
hear
appreciate that out of him.
I don't hear the processing on it, which is
No.
way more than what I can say for a lot of these bands that are, I don't want to say getting older, but are, reaching their coming back around to this, huge like, emo revolution thing where it's like anything that they're coming out with new, it's like it's super processed. It's kind of done in more of a rush because they're using more tools to get it done either quicker or cheaper. And so like, the actual like whoever's doing the melodyne to make the top line sound good is just kind of not phoning it in, but like not using good references, I feel like. But
Yeah.
I wanted to point out, for another episode, I want to put together a list of terrible songs or great songs that have terrible spots that you can hear the auto tune on.
Okay.
And one of them is that Sick Puppies, the maybe it's time to change. Maybe walk alone. Always been scared of trying. So why does it feel so wrong? I think it's off the Tripolar album. I can't remember though. Anyway, that song has the break in there. The always been scared of trying. It pisses me off every time because you just hear that somebody just fucking did a step ladder on the fucking Melodyne and didn't
I don't know
smooth
what
it
you're
out at
talking
all.
about, man.
You don't know what I'm talking
Kinda,
about?
no.
Oh
I'm
my
sure
God.
as soon as I hear it, I will. But
Can
yeah,
we
I can't.
can you hold on? Maybe it's time to change. I'll pull it up or I'll find it so you can pull it up on YouTube and it'll be unmistakable. You'll hear it and you'll never not be able to hear it again. Maybe it's just called Maybe.
Hold on. Let me get into this. I don't know what this song is. Let me see if I know what this is.
I forgot that they did like a faux banjo guitar line in this. Is that Mila Kunis?
Oh, I remember this song. You know, I tried to be in this band.
No shit.
Yeah, when the
Were they
singer
doing
left.
open auditions?
No, I
Oh,
had the drummer's phone number in my phone, and I was like, "Hey, man, give me a singer."
nice.
Oh, this song.
I love this song too. I love this song. It's great. I love that it changes key to the chorus. Sick Puppies is goated, dude. I love this band. There's a reason why they've played like 90% of the Point Fest that we've had in St. Louis.
Right. So many cool cars in this video.
I know. It's like, damn, dude, this was
What's
in.
going on? Was that a
this was in two-
'96 Impala?
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? That's a fucking Thunderbird. Get the fuck out of here.
Right?
Is that a '94? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of this song, but
Really?
I can admit it. Super quiet too.
I can hear it.
I mean, I can hear it.
You can clear out your earbuds again.
I know. So is this part you're talking about coming up after the bridge? You said?
Yeah, it should be after
Yeah.
the bridge. Now listen, pay attention to the word try.
Okay.
I've never been one to walk alone. I've always been scared to try.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's so bad.
Yeah, that was. Oh fuck! I've never noticed that before.
No,
But
you
I
wouldn't.
also didn't. I didn't listen to this like
Right,
closely.
right. Well, that this circles back
Damn.
to what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, people don't just sit down and listen intently anymore. Like you hear the chorus, and that's it. You get the idea, and then it gets repeated a
Got a
million
hit song.
times.
Got a hit song, baby.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Damn, dude.
crazy. Yeah. So I
Well,
want
that
to put
was a
together a list of these songs that have these in them, these little artifacts. I'll bring them up. I think that'd be really fun because
yeah. You'll be good at that. I will. Not, well, I have a.
I have,
I could probably think of a couple, but
I have a, I have a
might
pet
play a
peeve
few of
list for
my
sure.
own. But
Yeah.
plenty of times
No.
where it's been zip on you, big dog.
Yeah.
Meme.
I mean, look, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't use autotune. I'm not saying that at all. Everybody should use autotune. It's a great tool.
I love autotune.
It works great, especially when it comes to background vocals. I've been autotuned probably more than you. You know what I mean? Like for
Oh,
doing,
dude.
I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it has to be done for certain things, right? Like, but whenever it's like really noticeable and it's not supposed to be noticeable, that's when
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, yeah.
fuck, dude.
I don't. I can't. Yeah. I Well, I remember when I first started the very first time I was ever in a studio, and I heard playback of my own voice. I was like, I froze. I was like, oh my god, I hate myself. He's like,
Yeah.
dude, hold on. Dude, it was J Mac. J Mac's like,
Ah,
hold on, dude. Trust me, because I was like, dude, no, let me do it again. I fucking. And he's like, no, hold on. One of those things. And I was like, oh yeah, well, we're all not perfect, are we? But we
yeah.
can be in the studio. What was I gonna say? No, it was so funny when I recorded with Gerald. He would always send me back stuff, and I'd be like, hey man, just post Malone me. And he knew exactly what I was saying. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
auto tune me. It just means just give it that post
Yeah.
Malone. Give it something.
Yeah.
Like, you know
Give
what
it,
I mean?
give it the stuff.
And there would be no response. There would be no like, what do you mean? It would just be like, okay. Like I go
Right.
back the next time to like do backups or whatever. Like, is Post Maloney? I'm like, yep, we Post Maloney'd it. We're all good, dude. We got it. Okay. So on the tip of new music, this song has been making the rounds on TikTok.
Okay.
And
I don't have that anymore.
good.
I
You
had to
want to
get rid of it. I got rid of it like a month and a half ago, and I felt so much better getting rid of it.
I can believe. Well, dude, here's the thing. Like, I keep like, I hated TikTok when the only reason we got it was for the pod. The only reason I got TikTok was for the show. And when we first got it, I was pissed. I was like, what is this nonsense I'm seeing? Like, young girls, like one of the videos that flowed into the algo was like, it was like, girl couldn't have been older than 14. She's like in a wife beater with no bra on, and she had like a Mountain Dew Code Red poured over her, and it was like, oh, what t-shirt? I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I went to Cole. I'm like, dude, I don't think I can do this. First of all, I feel like I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Second
no
of
good.
all, why are we on here? But now my algo's just music.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta if you don't put anything on like your preferences or whatever, it like really took a thing of that. And if you were to just like immediately swipe away from that, it like
yeah,
the algorithm was really great back in the day, where it was like whenever you swiped away from something really quickly, they're like, "Yep, we won't show you any more of that."
it took weeks of that, and then finally, it's just if I open up our TikTok, it's just music, which is
Yeah.
like cool. That's what I want. So anyway, but yeah, this video has been making the rounds. This white rapper has been making the rounds on.
Oh, you feed me. I want it. I want it.
Yeah, good,
SoundCloud famous, baby. Let's
dude.
do it. DJ Dirty Elbows
I
coming
don't
at
even
you.
know. I'm not even gonna give it an introduction. Let's just do it.
No, don't.
It's a guy called
Just
Jay
put it in
Wick.
dry, dude.
Yeah, his name is Jay Wick, and the song is called All Flats. You ready?
Jay Wick. I've heard of Jay Wick.
You have? Okay.
I think so. I've heard the name. Is it a video? You
Yeah,
got
dog.
video for me?
Yeah,
All
dog.
right.
Yeah.
I want to see Jay Wick in all his glory.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never
Yeah.
seen this dude.
Yeah.
It's
Bitch.
so ridiculous
Look.
that I don't know if I can hate it.
Look, hey, they be like, where you from? I tell them Section 8. My pops was eating fried bologna sandwiches off paper plates. Grew
Yeah.
up on EBT,
Okay.
BT, and GTA. My partner got a GED, but make more than our teachers make. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, bitch, this the dirty south. Everybody around this bitch gon' fight. You better watch your mouth. Everybody around this bitch got pipe. Them boys gon' ass shit out. I ain't no Boston Rich, but we grew up around Pulley House. We grew up around
Pulley
Red
House.
Steppers and some dope boys. Them boys ain't on shit, they don't be making no noise.
Push the hair back,
Them
bro.
boys ain't on shit, they'll never be as big as us. Bitch, I'm the type to bring that shit back home and fuck the city up. Damn. I used to hustle backwards. Now they see me, they like that cool, that country cracker. Let me set the record straight.
All right, I got to pause.
Please don't. Keep going.
Keep going.
It's
Okay.
so good.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's so good.
Okay.
Jay Wick
Bitch,
got
I'm not no
bars.
rapper. He can't even sell a zipper weed. That boy is not no trapper. I'm from the south, we drink Coronas on the dirt road. Lil' bro spinning in the car, he got off turbo. My dog go diesel truck, he like to hit a turbo. My white boy screaming free dirt while bumping herbo. Country boy, baby, I need all that. I go hot, lemon pepper, 10 piece, all flats. Conversations with the plug.
Hairline.
He ain't
Oh,
gonna
he finally said
that
it.
bitch done served so many
know.
bricks, I thought I was on the phone with Shaq. Damn. Hey, once you cross that line, it ain't no going back. I'm Mr. Let get to the point. Ain't going tit for tat. Ain't going bike and fold. This is not no tennis match. I'm always going viral. I don't fall with the internet. Yeah. That's a one take, motherfucker. One take, real. In the yams. In the fucking yams. Yeah. Section 8. Free Lil D. We came from a circle. Free Taylor. Bitch.
Oh my god, dude.
God damn, dude.
That was excellent. The only note I have is that dude needs to just shave his head, or like, dude, he needs
Oh,
a different
that's the
haircut.
one note you have?
Yeah, that's it. And he only says only flats one time, right?
Yeah.
He like only said it one time, from what I understand. I guess if you only want flats, like I'm not much of a drumstick guy myself. I want only flats.
Yeah, sure, man.
I don't know. What do you prefer? You
I'll
prefer
take 'em
drumsticks
both,
or
man.
flats?
I like a mix up, Doug.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say about that Jay Wick other than
I love it. I love it. Know thyself and
Yeah, exactly.
keep living that life. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
that beat is trash though.
Yeah, no, I
As
agree.
a lover of
But-
hip hop, and
But it reminded me of like kind of like the more like local rapper sound,
for
which kind
sure.
of but like kind of in a fun way. I don't know. Like,
Oh, it's fun. I don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, it's
no, I mean the beat kind of made me feel that way in a fun way, right? Like it was
Oh yeah.
kind of made me think of like Ruckapuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without the overly distorted guitar in the background
Like
and
a Pastor Troy beat. It's let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. You remember Pastor Troy?
I think so. Is that
Oh man,
I'm thinking of the wrong one.
it's about to go down. Maybe do it again.
My nigga, fuck what you say. Ain't no more playing GA. My nigga, fuck what you say. Ain't no more playing GA. My nigga, fuck what you say. Ain't no more playing GA. My nigga, fuck what you say. Ain't no more playing GA. Taking out what's up. Big mouth, big talk, big game. Keep the pit, taking a hand. On the tick, I'm taking a hand. Flip the brain, flip the shot, flip the chain.
Get the picture.
Oh my god, I love it. I
Fucking
love that
silly.
so much.
It's so good.
I love that so much.
Ah. All right. Well, let's end emo
Okay.
if you don't mind.
We-
You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. I have played Colt about a couple of months ago. Made me realize how emo he is. I thought he was a butt rock guy. I thought he was a radio rock guy. This dude has a library of emo bands and emo songs that he loves, and I'm just like, dude, I forgot about that. Like,
That's-
how do
that's-
you how do
yeah.
you remember Spitalfield for fuck's sake, right? But then I
Who?
played him some stuff. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's got a deep catalog of like shit. You're
Oh
like,
shit.
dude, what? But
Is
then I played
Colt
him some
more
stuff.
emo than me?
He's more emo than both of us.
No shit. He's
Yeah.
out emoed the. No one out emos the hut.
He's yeah. But then I've played him some stuff, and I'm like, man, how do you not know what this is? Is like as emo as you are. And I feel like this is one of those where I'm gonna be like, Colt, do you know this? And he's gonna be like, no. So I'm gonna test you. Do you remember a band called The Receiving End of Sirens?
No, not one bit.
Oh, okay. Here we go. That's good. You'll play the part of Colt then. 'Cause you're an emo guy. Tell me how you feel about this song.
I mean, I like emo. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
I am
come on.
emo.
I'm emo.
It's not
We're
just
all
a
emo.
phase, mom.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
Band video.
What's called for lockdown, baby? You call an interim iniquities. It's the last night in my body, assisting the escape. What's called on a jailbreak, baby? You fight, call me a jailbreak. You fight, call me a jailbreak.
A lot of girl jeans.
Like a felony, fell into scandals, scams, and master plans to circumvent all circumstances. It's up to his throat. We can swallow this key and leave when we play. Let's hope this love and disagrees. Once gone for a lockdown, baby. You call an interim iniquity. This is the last night in my body. Assisting the escape. Once gone on the jailbreak, baby. You fly like only a jailbreaker. You fly like only a jailbreaker.
Okay.
That's
gotta
fun.
Gotta get your thoughts.
I like it.
Yeah. You've never heard that?
No.
Oh, shit.
Surprisingly, no. And I love that the bass player and the guitar player, they're like trading off the singing and like,
Yeah.
nobody's outshining one another. Guitarist, he's trying to find something with his pecker, 100%. Did you see that dude dancing around?
Oh, yeah.
Go back and like just go look at the dude dancing. Start it from the beginning to the guitar player, how he's like, and there was this like weird, like hip shimmy thing that
Yeah, I know. what
it
you're
was
saying.
like the lift, like, they're trying to like, I don't know, dude. They're trying to lick a doorknob with their dick. Like that's the only thing that I can describe what they're trying to do with it. Because it's not fucking. They're not humping the air, but they're just like they're like trying to unlock the door. But for some reason, you need the help of your penis for
It's a
this.
shimmy of the dick. Yeah. Okay.
I'll go back and find it.
I don't want to. I believe you. I believe it happened.
Are you the key
really never heard
master?
that. Yeah, I played a show with these guys at High Point, of all places. I don't even know if you
Wow.
know what that is. Did you ever play?
I
there?
never. No.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm talking
maybe.
about, though.
I don't
The
know.
High Point Theater in Clayton, Richmond Heights area. It was a movie theater.
Oh,
Like, they
that's
show
what. Yeah, the
old-timey
burger
movies,
place
and then
is
on
now.
top they had a bar.
No, I'm
and,
familiar with the place. I never actually gigged there,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
I played with them there, and fuck, man, I fell in love. Like I saw them, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, and grabbed their CD, and then we actually the next time they came in town, we played with them again. It's like, man, I fucking love everything about this band. What fucking label? Equal Vision. They're on Equal Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The record, the album, I should say, that song is on, just
Mhm.
phenomenal, like front to back. It's very, very,
That's cool.
very, very emo, like not as hard rock as that song is, but we'll keep going. I love this song.
Make a clean getaway, he said, with his hands outstretched.
Oh, that guy.
To nurse her
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, he was known for that. So the dude with the beard, he had a band. Like he left that band and started a band. It's fucking driving me nuts. I can't think of what it was called. And it actually caught some pretty good traction in the indie rock world. His name is Casey.
The first thing that makes me think of like this band, what this band makes me think of is kind of like if Emery didn't have
Yeah.
good, like I'm not to say this band is bad, right? But like, it's like kind of like Emery light
Okay.
with the back and forth with the vocals and stuff
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
it made
yeah.
me think of.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
fucking love me some
Jesus.
Emery.
Yeah, I love Emery too. The Deer Hunter, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love me some Emery too. Which they're playing again. Did you see that? They're gigging again?
Oh, they've been doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I might have a friend of mine, Joel. Shout outs to Joel. He's a super Emery fan,
Yeah.
and like he has like all their vinyl. And whenever they started printing more stuff, they like took like a huge hiatus or whatever, then got back together to like re-release an album on vinyl, like re-recorded one of the albums. I can't remember which one. And so they've been doing new stuff ever since, from what I understand. This has been years in the making of getting things off the ground again, I think.
Oh, Christian bands.
Yeah. That beep, 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 beep.
Like the party, but the party never stops. I know you like the party, but the party never stops. Well, I know you, I know you, I know you. I know you wanna be here, so you just let go, and no one's
See, he's doing that.
tell you no.
The guitarist in this one's doing that same thing where you like nod your head and you like pick your hips up while you nod your head down. Weird thing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So good. So good. But you
I
got
I
kicked
connected
out.
with bands like this, especially that band. You know, there was a time like the scene bands like that or whatever. Like there was a time where it was like the higher you sang, the cooler you were. I was like, no, I connect with guys like that who have like a manlier sounding fucking voice. You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah. I I mean,
As a
yeah.
singer anyway. Like I
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I that was Emery was like one of the emo bands that I could sing along to because it wasn't too high. Like,
exactly. That's yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
like a lot of the other stuff, like you listen to like Taking Back Sunday or something. I'm like, I can't sing any of this. Like,
Yeah.
can
No.
we take this down an octave, bud?
No.
Um, yeah, there's stuff that you just can't do if you're a baritone or a not a fucking yeah. Not everybody can sing like Kellen Quinn. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, exactly.
surely Sleeping with Sirens or whatever. Like not everybody can sing like that. Like you just have to know that you're not. You know, I don't think his voice is natural anyway, dude. That dude sounds like a rubber ducky sometimes. Like, and I don't.
Right. Well, I
Yeah,
remember like just bands in the scene here, like it was like a competition, like who had the highest singer. They were the coolest.
yeah,
And I remember we put out our EP and we had like a party at our band house and a bunch of so they say, and all these bands came over and the EP was playing throughout the place and there was like a background thing that I did where I got really high and two of the dudes were like, "Who the fuck did that?" And I was like, "Oh, that was me." And they're like, "You can sing that high?" I'm like, "Not all the fucking time, bro. It was a fucking one time
yeah.
background thing. It's like a studio. Like, I
Right.
don't care about that, man." Like, I was
Yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah,
A lot of that Killer Me Killer You stuff that was like background stuff was super fucking high. Anytime that we had to do I mean, like that's why uh Jason, whenever he was doing it, like he's got a higher voice than me, so like he
oh,
was
yeah,
able
dude
to
can
do
sing
it.
high as fuck.
He can sing way higher than me, and I was so jealous whenever he started playing with you guys, and I was on the outs on that. But I was like, dude, I want to be able to do that shit. And then I got back to doing whatever I was doing that day. I was like, yeah, I don't need to do that. That just sounds exhausting. Like to just keep doing the high notes all the time. And I don't know. I I've become or I for a long time, whether it was with Monster East Manhattan or with Kill Me Kill You or with Brooke Roy or whatever, like I can handle the high background stuff. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like it gets exhausting after a while being able to try to do it all the time and like if you get sick like I am right now, kind of like you're fucked. You're fucked. Like
yeah,
there's no chance of getting it. You know, you might as well not do it. But then like the vibe is totally off whenever it's not there. It sucks.
yeah.
Anyway, I would not want to be in a competition with anybody for how high we can sing, especially now.
No,
Yeah, but no,
yeah,
you're right. It's like it was definitely like the higher you could sing, the more emo you were, the more problems you had, the more eyeliner you were allowed to wear.
yeah. I just never. And it was so funny. J Mac was the one was kind of like I remember the first time being in the studio with him. He's like, "Dude, I feel like you're trying too hard." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "You're not singing like I think you sound." You know, it's like dial into who you are. Like I feel like you're. And I was like, I was fucking. I don't know. I was like 19, and I was like, I don't know what that means, bro. This is my first
Yeah,
time in a recording studio. I was
right.
like, you're gonna have to like. And he's not a singer, and he was like trying to show me. He's like, dude, he just you. And then finally, he was like, you trying to sing higher than you can sing, or like you don't sound like you. He's like, I heard your demos, right? You did those in a basement somewhere, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, did someone tell you to sing higher? I'm like, no. He's like, sound like that. Do what you sent to me, like that type of thing. Like, be you,
Yeah,
right? That whole thing. And it took me years and years to finally understand tone and like what that meant or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, he was the first one to be like, "What are you doing, man?" And he was even like, stop with this emo stuff, man. You're like you're not that kind of singer. Like,
Right.
be you. Like,
Right.
um, I can't remember
That's
exactly the way he put it, but it was just like he might have said like be manlier than you're sounding or something like that. Like
right.
whatever
Right.
he said, but I was like, finally it clicked. I was like, okay.
Straight for you.